And what's up, you guys? Today I am at Armada Hotel. So Global Synergy Sport has been one of the most reputable distributors for bike brands I know in Malaysia. So they invited me to come and check out their launch for Campagnolo because they are the Campagnolo distributor now in Malaysia. And I'm very excited to introduce to you Max.
Hello, thank you.
Hey,
thank
what's
you.
up, Max?
Hey, thank you for covering us, and also special shout out for Melvin. He's always committed to the community because he's actually working. He coming to cover us during the lunchtime. And I think he deserves a lot of like from you, follow from you, and also he will always bring value to his followers, which I appreciate a lot. Thank you, Melvin.
Oh, thanks.
So the Global Synergy Sport today, firstly, is to introduce we are the official distributor in Malaysia, and of course also introducing a new group set from Campagnolo, which is EPS Wireless. If let's say I remember correctly, I think Campagnolo being the very first one to come up with 12 speed, I think about 6 and 7 years ago, and now they are moving to a new dimension, which is a wireless group set. And what are the major differences between the X model and the new model is actually, besides the wireless, but more importantly, is the perfect gear ratio. And the perfect gear ratio is a very big topic because they have new chainring sizes from 50-34, the smallest, and there are some other chainring as well. And the cassette, they also have 3 variations from 10, 25, 10, 27, and 29. And of course, to get the perfect ratio, if let's say you're looking at all the numbers that they have produced, what they shows that if let's say you're running at a pro peloton, you're using 50 and 10, is actually getting 5, and the smaller corset and the smallest chainring, front chainring, you get about 1.36. With a multiply of RPM of 80, is actually able to generate much faster compared to 5440, 1130, or either another group set. So the perfect ratio is one thing, but what makes them different is that the in between the ratio is actually a very small gap. Yeah, so this gives you the perfect feeling to give a better cadence so that you're able to get the right feelings. Yeah, the new wireless actually have changed the ergonomics as well. The very first thing is that actually their shifting can customizable. And why do I say that? Because if let's say you are Campy user or either Campy enthusiast, you probably will remember the thumb shifting. Okay, and right now they dropped that, but they did not actually forego the fundamental, which is one lever, one action. Last time when the downshift is here, but you cannot go upshift so the downshift is actually here, and the brake lever is actually one lever, one action. They still do the same, they move here to here, so that they're able to, one click is up, one click is down, but the magic is that actually it's 100% customizable. What that it means? If let's say I'm able to give you a layman terms, if let's say you are iPhone user, now you want to use it as an Android user interface, you can do that. If let's say you are Android user interface, you want to use iPhone user interface, you can do that also. Meaning to say, if let's say you want to customize this button supposedly to be upshift, you can change to downshift. This one you can reverse. Or either, if let's say you are US company user that you like to have this is down, this is up, and push together to have up and down, they are able to customize. And this is the magic of the new wireless. Okay, and of course another one more thing is that the shifting speed is the fastest in compared to other wireless. And of course, based on their data, we know EPS 6 or 7 years ago, when come to data, fastest in shifting. But with wireless, they're still able to be as good or even faster. And one more thing is that the reliability of it. What does it mean? It means if let's say the customer or the client or the user, after the battery is off, usually we have to run in fixed gear, right? So now, even look at me, even without a shifting, we can actually pull down and push up.
Oh, do it again. And this won't damage the shifter at all.
No, this is actually their patented design. You're able to address the issue, which is the reliability. Because sometimes you might forget to charge, or either the battery run out, then it's still able to do that.
Can you shift one gear at a time, or
Yep.
Oh, so it's really micro.
Micro, yeah.
Wow, wonderful.
Yep. And this is something really special compared to the rest in the market.
Okay, wait, which I assume, of course, this only works when the first tuning was done correctly.
Correct.
So then manual shifting is very easy lah.
Yes, you are right.
That's so cool.
Yep.
I think this addressed a lot of problems, you know.
Yep.
Because I remember last year when I did the Rafa ride, one of your customers who joined that ride did not charge their SRAM group set, so they were on one gear. today we have a fixie bike today. Fixie. Sebab never charge battery. The problem of digitalization. And this totally is a game changer in my point of view anyway.
Yep. Because they are being the last one to come into the market, they actually put in a lot of resources to do R&D to tackle the unmet need. Because it's very unlikely a company like Campagnolo, they spend millions of dollars in R&D, take up to 4 years to come up with a new group set, if let's say they can't address the unmet need in the market. I think first thing, the gear ratio, perfect cadence, perfect ergonomics, easy to use, customizable, and of course if let's say it's run out of the battery, they're still able to use manual to shift. And of course,
the manual, does it work for the front rear as well?
Yeah, this is a very good question. The front one is cannot, it's only the rear.
Oh, okay, which is enough anyway.
Yeah, it is enough. Yep.
Okay.
And of course, there will be some of, we read some of the articles that's talking about the battery of the front is very big and it's very bulky and very chunky, and of course there are some patented issue and so on and so forth. But what we have understand from Campi, basically it's not because they need to do it big, because in order for you to have power shift, right, you need a better output of the electro pulse. So you can see that they are actually very fast. Yep. So because of this, battery power is big enough so that you're able to push in very fast. For your information, this is not the perfect example because later we are going to do how to do pairing and everything. This is not at the optimized yet.
Oh, so it can be faster?
It can be faster,
oh,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we purposely do that because we need our dealers, later they have a hands-on experience how to do pairing, how to do adjusting, micro adjusting and everything. And of course, this is not 100% tuned yet, but as you can see, it's quite fast as well.
Yeah. For full charge, how many shifting can it do?
They didn't really calculate based on the shifting, but based on what they have tested in the real world, for professional athletes, we are talking about 750 kms. Okay, but of course it's based on professional level.
What's KMS?
KM, sorry.
Oh, okay. So about
750 km.
Okay.
So you probably will think, 750 km is probably about 3-4 rides or things like that.
Yeah.
Yes, but because this is an electronic component, it's very much depend how many times you shift it. But if let's say we can get the data right, or either we understand the condition right, the Pro is actually at least 5 to 7 times shifting more than a usual rider. So that it's able to take care of 750 km. So I would say that it's quite a good numbers lah. And of course, if let's say the longer the period sometimes also will be a disadvantage because you forgot to charge. Yeah, so it's 750 km once a month you charge, or either once in every 2 weeks is also a better reminder to yourself as well.
Is there anything new about the roto and disc brakes?
Actually, they have improvised a lot on the brakes as well, especially on the modulation. You can, this is part of the ergonomics design as well. The design team have put it, the real feel of it is like very similar to all your mechanical brake last time. So it won't be like on and off, that kind of thing. The modulation is very nice.
So there's a human touch to it.
Yeah, human touch to it. Yes. Also because they dropped the downshifting, now the hood is much more smaller, nicer to hold as well.
Okay. Okay, Max, now how about the warranty and spare part?
This is a very good question. I think the number one reason why we able to attract Campagnolos to partner with us and carry the legacy of Campagnolo, bring back to the glorious day, is because we are committed after sales. Okay, and actually in Malaysia we do it very differently. Actually, we have assured advantage that covered by if let's say the stock is genuinely come from GSS. The very first thing, the first assurance that you will get is definitely the after sales, because people are buying luxury product, they have high expectation. it's very easy to say before, during and after. What that it means? The before means that you know your product, you know the gear ratio, you know how to spec for customer, how to choose the right component for your clients. And the second is during, when you use that you have problem, how to troubleshooting, how to get them to optimize the components. And of course, after means that if let's say anything goes wrong, how can you actually rapidly address their issue, which is spare parts, warranty and things like that. So service is at our core, and of course I think we are glad to share that, I mean, in these past few years we did a decent job, so that's why attracted some of the big brands, or either a reputable brand chose us to represent them in Malaysia. And of course we have stocked adequate spare parts based on the sales history, so that we're able to stock up some right parts for you, for the end user, for the dealers. If let's say anything goes wrong, at least we have spare parts.
Okay, Chop there for a while. Okay,
Yep.
As a cyclist of 8 years, I would like to thank you for having spare parts stocked, especially for group set, because I have not the best experience.
Okay.
So by you commenting that, I think that would help Malaysians a lot.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I myself also is a cyclist. I know the pinpoint, why is that, and also we run a retail store as well, so we know the pinpoint of clients. That's why we want to address that. Having said that, thank you for saying that. However, it is still very new to us. The parts will slowly come in. But at this moment of time, the wheel set, the whole entire spoke, free hub, shelf, everything we already have. Because we know that the wheel set is selling much more than the group set. So the group set is still new, but we are ordering some spare parts, but it will adequately coming in. But if let's say tomorrow you call me and say, hey, you say you got spare part, I want this, we don't have yet, but it surely will be there. Okay. Because we are the service center. It's just that we need to dig out the data of the ex-distributor, or either what is the sales trend, what kinds of things we need to cap and things like that. Definitely they will be there, okay? And of course, genuine products, that's for sure. Okay, but the advantage in Malaysia is what? The advantage in Malaysia is that if let's say the stock is come from GSF, it's actually have an extended warranty. What that it means? Actually, from the factory itself, they actually offered 3 years manufacturing defect warranties. Okay, but if let's say the stock is from Global Synergy Store, we will extend 1 more year. Okay, the second thing is crash replacement. The crash replacement is our own initiative as well, meaning to say, if let's say anything goes wrong, you meet a crash and things like that, you have a replacement with a heavy discount. And of course, term and condition apply. What that it means? If let's say you fall and you scratches your RD, so if let's say it's cosmetic, the thing is still functioning properly, then they won't be able, you can't claim the crash replacement warranty. The thing is, let's say out of function, or either you want to replace the spare parts, we will give you a crash replacement warranty price.
Okay, I want to add one thing. You know, when I had a crash on my bike, I cannot find spare part for the hand lever, you know. End up, if I want to fix it, I have to buy the whole thing, you know. And one hand lever is about 2,000 ringgit, so I didn't fix it. At least they can use it, thank goodness.
Thank you for, yeah, like I said, we ourselves is a cyclist. We ourselves do run retail store. We know what are the pain points are. So these are the things we are committed, and thank you for covering us and share to the world. They understand how committed we are. Of course, it have to take a bit of time. Definitely we will be there. Okay, and
that's the love.
The last part is actually discount on the wear and tear. What does it mean? The discount on wear and tear is not everything. It's more about, if let's say for example the wheel set, we know that, I mean, the bearing is not covered by warranty. If let's say after selected years and things like that, that is where we will give you, if let's say the stock is come from Global Synergy Sport that we distribute to our channel, that you will have about 30 to 35% discount on the wear and tear parts. Yeah, even if let's say it's not approved by the principal, then you need to replace the part, you will have a 35% off.
That's your investment to the business and to the community anyway.
Correct.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah, so the first part is the assured is from Campagnolo, and we carry them as committed to them. We will do this to the market. The second part advantage is that you chooses GSS, then these are the parts that we,
Your added value.
Added value,
okay.
Yes.
What's the price for this beauty?
Okay, the price in Malaysia, if let's say you buy a complete set, is 20,999.
The weight for this?
The weight for this is 2.5 kg.
2.5 kg.
Yep.
So what other stuff that you bring in for Campagnolo?
The Campagnolo right now in Malaysia that we have now, that we only cover two ranges, which is the very first range is of course the new wireless group set, and of course the ultra range of the wheels. In near future, definitely they have more SKU coming in, but I guess this is the hot cake that in the market that people wanted to see. The very first thing is that the Bora Ultra wheel set, the Hyperon wheel set, we already have them, and of course we have the variety of the gear ratio, cassette, brake calipers in the different sizes, rotor, and also the crank as well. So I mean, this is currently available in Malaysia. Yes.
Okay. If you all didn't know, actually, I will testify that I was a Campagnolo WTO60 user. I bought that wheel set, I think about 4 years ago, and it handles crosswind very well, holds speed very well. For a 60mm wheel set, it handles crosswind very well, and I'll tell you, it's one of the better wheel set I've used.
Hey, thank you. Thank you again for a shout out. One thing we love about Melvin is always he only will share something he used. That is the reason why we actually are very happy to have someone like Melvin in the community. He do it out of passion. He only share the things that he think he bring value to you. So I strongly suggest you, if let's say you haven't liked them, like them. If let's say you haven't followed, please follow, because we need more people like this, because he is the one who's able to transmit all the rights that people buying Campy or buying from a genuine sources. You're right about when you pay this price, this is the expected types of service that you should get, or backup support that you should get. So once again, I would like to say thank you to Melvin for his dedication, and also come in between lunch. He probably need to skip the lunch today because he need to rush back to work.
I have to go back to work already.
Thank you, Melvin.
Thank you, Max. Give me a high five.
Yes, thank you, brother.
There are a few companies in Malaysia that I really appreciate. Global Synergy Sport being one, Liran Malaysia being one, because in my point of view, there are more, but these are two that I want to shout out because they really bring value, not just in the industry, but how they manage retailers and how they manage the community. So much love, especially to Max and Global Synergy Sport right now. Take care, you guys, and God bless.